Welcome back, everybody, to Humankind with myself, Daniel from Dan Has Fun. We need to build a new wonder,
This
or at least we can
colossus
claim it.
is a mighty image for a mighty empire.
So we did just get the
And it's
Colossus of
discreetly garbed in a
Rhodes,
toga for those who pass
100
by.
fame, some stability. Not going to complain. So in terms of what else we can build, get that curiosity out of my face, please. What options do we have left? We have 3 options left, effectively. So we have St. Basil's Cathedral, more faith, more stability, and fame. The faith, though, is not hugely useful for us. We're not doing a lot of religious spreading in this game. Taj Mahal, though, gives us 50% more money on a calm city, which I assume just means high level of stability. That's pretty tempting. The other one, Topkapi Palace, is obviously stability and fame as well. And on a city, it gives you 100% production towards any shared product. Or project, I guess is the word, but a product too. Now, the Taj Mahal's definitely going to be the one to go for. It's going to cost us 1,000 influence to claim. I think we can afford that, guys, with our 27,000. And we're not going to start building it yet. We have war afoot, so that's going to be the priority, obviously. We'll have our units move. Okay, this is our upgraded stack. We don't want our units to get too far ahead of themselves either, so I'm just going to move that here. Our 6 stack here has finished moving for the turn. If I upgrade a pike, it goes to a halberdier. It's a strength increase of 8, which is nothing to sneeze at. But it is going to cost me 485 gold, and I'm sure they're a lot more expensive to maintain. If I upgrade my longbow, it goes into an arquebusier, which isn't a massive upgrade, honestly. The swordsman going to a great swordsman, honestly, is probably more useful. So I'm just going to upgrade that 1. I don't want our gold per turn to go negative, especially when we're building a military. So we do have to tread carefully. This stack of pikes is just going to sit here and protect a cad. So that's absolutely fine. And then this 4 stack is also going to sit. I guess that means we can... We have 2 full stacks. We don't need all of these guys here. That's a range stack. That's a mixed stack. We'll take the mixed stack with us, I guess. It's going to be a little bit behind, but we're going to very slowly tread towards Napata, because I don't know where they're going to attack us from. I suspect it's going to be through the same galley, because I can't envision that the Dutch and the Poles like each other, so I highly doubt they're going through their territory. If they do, that could be pretty gross. But we'll certainly see. Mongols are now in the early modern, so they're in the same, kind of age bracket as ourselves now. We're actually behind again on progress. A couple of stars behind, but we're very close on tech. As soon as we get the next tech, we're going to have another star, so we're not really that far behind. There was an uproar because we accepted those new citizens, so we have -10, or -20 industry actually for 10 turns. It was unexpected, but it's not what I wanted to see, I guess. Okay, so we can move across there without any penalty, so we're going to do so. I'm going to have those guys go on top of that. It's a little bit of an elevation increase. I don't see anything yet, though, so I'm going to have them go up here as well. Do we want to upgrade any of these guys? I'm going to upgrade that 1 unit into a great swordsman. Yes, it loses the ability to attack at all, the same strength regardless of its hit points, but it gets a lot more strength, combat strength, so it's definitely still worth it. They can't move any further this turn. These guys can move slightly further this turn, so we're going to have them go there. Because if we get attacked, I want as many reinforcements involved as possible. At least here. And we're going to have, 22 units? There's another 9 in reserve there. Beng Hao is going to build a hamlet, and then I guess it should... How much money does it make? Not very much. If it could get... Does it have the ability to put down one of these in a... Oh my word, no wonder we're not concentrating on money in this city. That is terrible. So we're not doing that. And we clearly don't want to build the Taj Mahal here. Yeah, now that makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? I'm going to get a tourney field then, just to make producing military units quicker. So therefore, you know, cheaper for time. So at least we can get money out of it that way. And these hamlets will help with money. They're not going to help with stability, obviously, but they will help with money. The Edo-Japanese now think we're suspicious. Thank you for 300 more gold. That's incredibly helpful.
Others have garnered more fame than
there's...
you, but history has a way of upsetting the status.
There's more land down here. More crappy islands, I guess. Yeah, I'm assuming when you're not in your own territory, yeah, you can't upgrade units. I don't intend to, but I was just curious what the pop-up, I guess, would be. Okay, so we have 4 stacks. Move this one forwards. I just want to see what there is. Yeah, if we do that, it's going to be an attack. If we do that, will it drag everybody else in? So it's 216, 235, 176, 156. So if I attack... Yeah, it looks like it's dragging everybody in there. But given how we had issues before, I'm not going to run the risk. I'm just going to move that across. That's where the delay is, because I have to cross the river. I'm going to wait one turn and see what they bring. But yeah, that's the territory for the city. So if I go in there, it's going to be declared an actual official attack. So I'm going to sit, wait one turn. Technically, if we wanted to, we could upgrade units here. I'm going to upgrade just... No, actually, I'm going to upgrade both these two. It's going to put us slightly negative on money, but not by any significant degree. Because that'll be reinforcements. I just don't want to lose the units that I spend a load of money in investing. At least not off the bat. You know, not straight away. That would be rather unfortunate, but we're going to have these guys sit in place for now. And end turn. Oh, we have a grievance. What is our grievance? It is against the Poles. We're not going to push that either way right now. But it does at least give us an ability to get war support against them. So if we did want to attack them, we could. We don't want to attack them right now. Obviously, that would be terrible. It would be nice, though, if our vassal would help us, but they only built 10 military units and they're just going to sit them in place, apparently. Hardtack and Weevils. Effectively, there's danger at sea and there's a spreading spectacle. Some nasty contagion. So if we overhaul, we have to spend money, but it makes our navy quicker for 10 turns. I don't really care. We can suppress it. There's a low chance of bad consequences. Or we can experiment, which does cost us money, which is going to hurt, but it gives us science. And it's what I would do. Oh boy, that hurts. As a result... Okay, we're going to get money there for sure. Okay, I don't think it's actually going to be that bad. That timed out pretty well. Okay, so fresh turn. They still have to cross the river, which is going to be annoying, but I think we have enough troops to attack this with. I think we're good. Okay, so let's have a look at the state of play. We could maintain. So if you maintain a siege, what ends up happening is you get more ballistas. In this case, they are ballistas. They're not very good. We don't have a lot of siege tech, so they've got a strength of 21. But more importantly, what sieging does is it slowly whittles away the amount of units they are protecting themselves with. And I'm just going to do that for now. I'm just going to maintain the siege. It'll give me a chance to move these units potentially, you know, well, not around because they're in the combat, but it gives us the chance to just kind of sit there and reduce the chances that we are at losing things. We have our unit, seafaring unit, finally. Is there anything down here that's any good? No, I don't see any unique resources. So what we're going to do is sail our cog over here. We're going to I don't know why my scouts decided, hey, they were just going to sit in the ocean, but whatever. These 2 units, transfer over to here, please. There we go. Because you have to have something to found the outpost with.
Death from starvation.
Nemossos, are you actually starving?
These are the times that try a people's dietary habits.
Oh, they actually want to attack us straight away, do they? Let me put that away just for a second. Get that curiosity completed. Nemossos is losing 1 food a turn. That's it. Well, I guess we'll get a farmer's quarters in there eventually, but we're not exactly going to rush that. I'm just going to put it here. There's a hamlet in the queue anyway, so it's fine. We are hemorrhaging some cash, though. So this actually might be a good time to do this. We're still stronger, apparently. So we are going to manually battle this. This is a lot of units. I know an instant resolution would have made that a heck of a lot quicker, but this is a lot of units. And we have reinforcements too. Where are they? Okay, so they're in here. So there's multiple stacks within stacks. So we're just going to deal with what we have right now. How many units do they have? They have 6 of their peasants that are just going to try and man the wall. And then they do have some pikes, they have some knights, and they have 2 crossbows. I'm probably going to lose a couple of units, but I'm not that worried about that. And honestly, there's a temptation to throw the crappy units I've not upgraded in there first, so that they just kind of get wailed on. And then if I lose them, it's like, oh no, I lost some, some of my debt I can't afford to pay them with. Really, the important units are the arquebusiers because they can't move and attack at the same time. So if you can get them into into a situation where they can do both at once, that's awesome. The Dutch are going to get the first attack as well, so that's something else to bear in mind. We have 1 baluster, by the looks of it, over there. So what we're going to do, this heavy cavalry is going to be terrible. It's not going to be able to do anything. So it's just going to stand there, get hit a couple of times, and then bravely run away. Because it's definitely not getting involved in the sieging in any way, shape, or form. Oh, we have a couple of balusters, actually, and we can move them around, too. So I guess I'll put 1 there. I don't really want it to get flanked. So I guess we'll move the other one, I don't know. I don't really want to move it there because I can't protect it off the first turn. There's not really any other elevated ground to attack from, so I guess I'm just going to do it, and if they kill the baluster, who cares? So that's alright. We do want to move our arquebusiers up front, because even though they're a ranged unit, they do have good melee skill. And we do want to make sure that our longbows are in a place where they'll actually be able to do something. But I don't want them to get hit. So that's probably about as good as we've got. So we'll end deployment and see what they want to do, because they are going to go first, because they decided to break out and sortie. And they are going to attack our arquebusiers straight away, and it's pretty much an even hit. Here are the rest of their heavy cavalry. That's alright. Out-of-date pike got a bit of a whacking, but it's not too bad. Some horse-on-horse combat there. So far, this isn't too bad. Wow, their peasants, I'm assuming, are just getting smacked. They did break one of my balusters, but again, I don't really care. The baluster is really just there to soak an attack or two, and that's about it. Maybe if it gets an attack, that'll be good, but that's really about it. So that was their turn. We definitely want to start with our baluster because it can't move. And it's not going to take any retaliation fire for obvious reasons. It's not going to get into melee combat. The funny thing is that because of the fact that it gets plus 15 from being a fortification destroyer, even though it's got abysmal combat strength, when it's doing attacking, it's actually going to do a pretty good job, and it will have the ability to attack the stone walls themselves, which can be helpful. The alternative is you actually attack a unit that's just not protected by the walls, but we're going to attack these peasants because we can probably kill them and give us an opportunity to scale the wall. So that was good use. Now we want to go through our range units. So they have their pikes are coming down the left, so that's definitely worth noting. These knights here are defending and have pretty high combat strength, helped by the fact they also have veterancy. That unit also doesn't have a line of sight, which is weird. But yeah, that's just the way it is right now. The other alternative unit we can start with are the arquebusiers. So if we do that, they still count as a ranged unit on the attack. So it's not like the knights are going to be replying. It's just the fact that their range is horrible, so you're going to have to attack the unit in front of them. Which, honestly, for me, is fine here. We're going to do that. Where are other arquebusiers? So we have one over here, which is definitely going to shoot on these peasants. Because remember, arquebusier cannot move and attack on the same turn. So he's dead. And then our third arquebus is clearly not going to be attacking this turn. So we just have to think about where we want to move the thing. And actually, I think the answer right now is nowhere. This guy next, I actually think if only he could quite fit in here, but he can't because of the scaling issue. We could just move this guy over, which we're going to do, I think. If we can get inside the walls, that's going to make this very good. He should still be able to attack, too. Yeah, we can pretty much kill him, but we're not going to do that yet. Didn't mean to do that, but we're not going to attack him yet. We're going to go through our turn of just firing at these archers, I think, is the way we're going to go about this. And we're probably going to have to throw a couple. I don't want to throw the knights further to the left here because they'll get skewered by those pikes, but if we can get a couple of, say, like an arquebusier over there, that would be pretty helpful. We're definitely going to start skewering these horses. That is definitely in the plan. Do I have a line of sight on these guys? Nope. If I move there, does it use all of my movement? Yes, it does. That was a pretty good hit. We do have a longbow over here, but it can't really see what I'm looking for, so we're going to use it to attack the knights. There we go. That was a pretty good hit too. Not bad. We're getting pretty good luck overall. These are upgraded halberdiers. It's actually got a penalty, apparently, for its strength because it's on a river right now, which is good to know, but it won't be when the actual time comes. But honestly, we're just going to keep skewering away. That is incredibly annoying that it still has health left. It was likely to happen, but it's still unfortunate. Any other units in this list that are purely range? Yes. Oh, that's in the 3 stack over here. I guess these guys need to move then, huh? Yeah, so we can use these guys to flank. Start moving those slowly over. I'm not worried about a CAD in terms of a defensive location right now. I think it's going to be fine. Get that deployed. Get that deployed. Get these deployed out. The deploying here is a little bit slow because of the fact that we can't go into black territory. As you can see, it's a little bit awkward to maneuver. This is what... I guess there's really no way of avoiding this when there's just so many units. You're going to have to move them one at a time. And there's really not going to be a way of avoiding it, I suspect, without it feeling clunky. But it definitely feels clunky. That is absolutely the truth. I'm just going to move this guy over here. He can't do anything else, so we might as well go over there and see if we're going to flank some units we can't see. Where is our elephant, by the way? Okay, it's over here. Because obviously our elephant doesn't want to get skewered. But it would probably prefer to get in there and smacking things. But it's in a... yeah. It can't, obviously... elephants can't scale cliffs. I know that might come as a surprise, but... it cannot scale the cliff. So, there's not much you can really do. I'm going to put the arquebusier up here, I think. Yeah, it can't move and attack the same turn. Not that it could anyway, I've used all its movement points up. But I think that's going to keep that knight in check. We're going to move this guy back and out of the way. Oh, that knight still has a tiny amount of health, so it's not going to be able to move. Do we care if we lose this pike? No. No, we do not. So we're just going to kill that, so the knight can then run away. Where can it run to, though? It still can't really get out, because it can't get over this cliff. And I'm guessing it can't get down here, can it? Yeah, there's no path to that destination. Okay, well, I guess he's just going to run in then. If we lose our knight, it's not really a big deal anyway, honestly, is it? So we'll just run in there, give it a big hit. As a result, we are going to attack inside the walls. That's pretty effective. We need to try and find a way to funnel some units over here is really the bottom line. Because this cliff is making this pretty tricky. We can't get a pike up there either. I'm not worried about this ballista. Like I said, that's inconsequential. But I guess we'll move that arquebus there. And that's going to take a year and a day to get over there. So I guess at this point, there's really not a lot of moving we can do, is there? It does mean we're going to lose a few units on the left-hand side, but there's really nothing we can do about it until we start scaling the wall, which is going to be next turn. So, everybody else, is there a shortcut for defend? I don't think there is, so we're just going to have to mash through. I don't think anybody else moves. Although I'm not going to mash too hard, because I don't want to click through everything. Like, for example, that guy can move. And it is nice that we're going to have a force up top here, and we can try and break through. Anyway, now it's their turn. This is going to hurt. They actually are going to take our flag temporarily as well, probably. Because, yeah, our ballista was sat on our flag. Which is fine. We'll take it back next turn. But... yeah, this is going to hurt a bit. But on the flip side, it will help our income. People dying saves us money. Our knight somehow is still alive, too. I don't know if that's going to stay that way, but I'm surprised that it is. And I'm also surprised that our pike there didn't die in one hit, given it was going to suffer height disadvantage. It'll probably die now, but the fact that it took them 2 turns to do it is pretty good. Yep. There he goes. Did some pretty healthy damage in return, too. This is where it's a problem, though, because he's going to start attacking my archers. So we're going to have to repel him away from there, obviously. We do not want our archers getting attacked. Okay, so we have to get our flag back, but there's literally nobody protecting it, so I think we'll be alright on that front. Can you attack from there? Nope, because you can't see. Can you climb up there? No. Can you climb up there? No, you cannot. Okay, we're going to have to kill that unit next to it first, I guess. Well, you can't move and attack, so you might as well attack. That's pretty impressive damage. You are in the same boat. You can't move and attack, so you might as well just kill them. If you could actually do that, that would be awesome. There we go. Took him a minute to think about it. Oh, he didn't actually die. Are you kidding? He's been left with, like, negligible health. That sucks. So we're going to have to waste an attack killing him. So that another unit can come up here and get the flag back. Which we're going to do now. We're going to move our arquebus here because he can't move in the attack, but he can't attack from where he was anyway. So we got our flag back. So at least that's something. We could attack there, but I don't... My Great Swordsman I don't really want to have die. It's, you know, still a fairly useful unit, and it's an expensive unit too. We should probably take this out. So that, again, we maybe have an opportunity for our very damaged Heavy Knight to escape. What else do we want to do? Peasants, pike, pike. That pike doesn't have a height advantage either, so that'll be pretty heavy damage taken if we do that. But we need to really... I don't want to focus on the peasants, but the peasants are actually more important to kill because I want to get another unit in here to try and protect my archers that are getting maimed. Did not mean to click that either. Yeah, he can't reach this turn is the problem. This arquebus, though, is going to do the final attack there. Because, again, it can't move and attack on the same turn. Really, the question now is, do I want to run my archers away? And can they actually run away? Where can they move? They have a... What do they have their movement as being? Not enough. Move our knight over here just so he can fill in as a distraction there. Yeah, really our issue is there's a river to cross here, so it's crippling all of our movement. Likewise, to get up here, we're going to have to go around. Yeah, that's really annoying. I guess this is why the AI did it sortie when it did. Not because it was going to necessarily win, but it's going to attrition a lot of units out of me. And the fact there seems to be rivers just plain everywhere is just slowing this down to a super crawl. We might as well move it forwards. Can you reach anything from here? Oh, that's funny. You can actually attack from where you are. Didn't do very much damage, but no, it did something, right? But yeah, we are really, really slowed down by the terrain. Not sure why it keeps doing that. I'm sure it's something that I'm doing, but I'm not sure what I'm doing to make that happen. They can only attack me from one tile here, so I'm actually not that worried this turn. And I am going to attack this one because it just does more damage. 43 health's a pretty good hit there. Alright. So we still need to get units moving across, but this is the blockade. Like, we really can't go anywhere else. This unit, though, it can, but not this turn. Yeah, it can't reach there this turn, so we're just going to sit there for the moment. And we'll just put it into defend. I'm just going to move this unit down here, not because it can scale the cliff, although it can go around the long way, so we might actually send a couple over. Probably should have done that earlier. Didn't even realise that was an option. I'll send a few units down, but I'm primarily moving them down here in case they have any range units that want to take a, free hit, effectively. Because I'd much rather they attack those guys down here that aren't going to be participating than anyone else. But yeah, combat-wise, we're doing pretty well. And our Great Swordsman It's tempting to just go into defend, but I actually feel like we should attack these peasants. Because who knows, we might even be able to survive with our heavy cavalry. I don't think we will, but you never know. These guys have no path to anything. They're just going to have to move incredibly slowly. Okay, so yeah, Dutch turn again. We'll do our last turn after this and then we'll wrap up, I think. But yeah, this is a very inconvenient location to fight. We did lose our heavy knight. I'm not hugely surprised by that. Unfortunately, we are taking some pretty heavy damage on our archers there in a couple of different locations, but they've sent peasants out. Oh no, that was a pike that did basically no damage to one of them. That's funny. It's funny. We didn't actually do anywhere near as badly as I thought we would. Okay, so we can move over here. Do we have a unit we can attack? We do. We have their weak knight, so we're definitely going to take a shot at them. And we actually killed them. So that was definitely a flank worth doing. These guys have still taken no damage, so it's definitely worth taking a shot. Probably at those pikes, just so I know I have a tile to escape from. The arquebusiers might as well fire out because they can't move and attack. And we might actually be able to use these longbows to finish these guys off. Yep, we did. We got a pretty good roll. Okay, so that's good. These guys, again, they can't move and attack at the same time. Oh, wow, they will just obliterate these guys. Wow, that was a one-hit kill from full. That was pretty awesome. And our longbow doesn't have to move from there. This longbow will just move out of the way. Oh my lord, I hit the wrong button. We got a military star. Apparently I hit the wrong button there. Armies lost at sea. Don't care. It's fine. What a great way of breaking up the tension there. So suddenly, oh, a ship needs mild assistance. Oh dear. Dear, dear, dear. Okay, we'll try that again. Move over here. Move over here. Yeah, it's weird. I did the exact same thing as last time. Right-clicked and it's like, oh, this time it's okay. You don't have to see your ship. Can you attack him? Okay, 19's a good roll. This great swordsman, can you reach? Nope. Can you reach? Yes. So I guess you're going to do it. I'm not even sure I'm going to be able to kill him. I might leave him on just a pathetic amount of health. And this elephant, which I thought was going to be everything I wanted and more, turns out when the fight is in cliffs, has not been particularly helpful. But at least he'll get that kill. Do they have any units left? What do they have? I don't see anything. They have a crossbow somewhere. I don't even see where it is. But that is the only unit they have left. But I have no idea where it is. So we're just going to use our elephant to fog bust, I guess. These guys, like I said, they can't scale the cliff here. And yeah, because I was right the first time, because this section over here where my mouse is isn't in the combat screen, I can't use it to go around. So this was a truly horrendous location to have a fight. I guess as a result, we'll move our arquebusier there. And we'll move a couple of our units this direction, because we need to find out where this crossbow is, otherwise it can just keep firing at us forever. I guess as a result, we'll get one more turn in. We'll get a bit of one more turnitis. It's a longer video for Humankind than normal, but, you know, we're in the season. So, why not, eh? Why not? Everybody else doesn't need to move. I'm not going to move another 5 million units for no reason. That guy can just sit. Actually, I shouldn't have defended, really, with that guy, should I? But it's fine. It's fine. We're just going to end round. And we're going to finish this off on the next turn. We'll just do it just for sake of saying that we're not going to, we're not going to leave one crossbow alone. We can't leave them alone at Christmas. We have the 3-masted ship too, so we can now upgrade into a caravel if we want to. Apparently that's got no upkeep. So, I'm good for that. We'll get our science star as a result. We're actually doing pretty well for stars again. We're back up in terms of progress with the polls. Got some more money. That was a good turn. Good passive turn piece. Which tech do we want, by the way? A sieging-based tech would be pretty nice, because those ballistas are hilariously bad at this point. I don't know what tech it would be. I doubt it's supply lines. Although supply lines would be useful in and of itself. Automatically creates roads between outposts of the Empire. I love when you say something random and your Amazon-based Frisbee device wants to kick off. I'm going to make sure that's edited out, because I do not want that flagged for copyright. I don't know. That was funny. We'll do the rest of the turn next time around. I know I said I wasn't going to, but chip around, hang around for next video. I appreciate it. Like it if you want to. Yeah, have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care, guys. Thank you for watching the video.